Hey Faye, we need some pattern weld billets.
We should have plenty. What we should do?
I mean, the fans have been saying they want some day in the life stuff.
Always for the fans. Alright. Little different. Out?
We're out.
How do we plan on doing woodworking next? It's not the snack. Will it be scrap?
We got a lot of scrap.
Lost scrap. Well, I guess we could do a scrap to magic video. There will be some like those. Hey, sorry for the portrait video. I just want to pop in real quick and let you know that the knife giveaway does end on the 15th. So if you are not signed up for, which you can sign up for free on my Patreon by 11:59 on the 15th, you are not entered. You cannot win it. But the next giveaway will start on the 16th. So also, yes, I was jumped by my cameraman. Actually knew we needed a video, and it is very much not the typical video. I apologize. No makeup, no anything. I look hideous, but be kind. The link to join the Patreon is gonna be in the first pinned comments. It's simple to join. All you gotta do is go to my Patreon, click on the 3 little dots, click on become a free member. That's it. You wanna become a paid member? Cool. I appreciate it. If not, that's where I go to post all of my extra content. Well, most of it anyway. I like it because it is a non-algorithm based thing where you actually get to see what I want to show you on the day that I want to show you. It's a wonderful thing. Alright, well, I'll let you get to the video. I love y'all. Bye. Okay. So, whenever we make, our beautiful pattern welded pendants, these are made out of raindrop. I'll make a giant bar, and there's just offcuts. So I want to look at you instead of the camera, and with my camera. And we just save all these in a big bin until it's time to make more, right? Why? Because this takes a lot of time to make. Pattern welding is a very difficult, not really difficult, it's just time consuming process. So if you were to go ahead and make a new billet just to get to this level of detail, it's already at this level of detail. So we can just stack these up, reforge weld them into a bar, and you're going to have a beautiful bar of pattern weld to make other items. This is everything's made out of blade steel, so it doesn't matter that it's for pendants. It'll be this 1075 and 15 and 20. So we can make kiridashis out of it, which are, probably none. So, but before we can do that, these are kind of all in various stages of grossness. This was just too small to really make a hammer, so not really much you can do this, but we can stack all of these up and do the hammering thing. But they like to be cleaned up. All these mating surfaces have to be clean. So that's the next step.
You just got a comment that says you look like Bryce Dallas Howard.
We should never insult Lady Bryce like that. So now we're going to very carefully and save all of our fingers. Get these edges all paired up using my trusty belt handle.
Why are you standing like that?
The algorithm. Now that I've ruined my shirt, which I was planning on not doing, it's working today. We're going to start on stacking up these 2 billets. You can see that these are incredibly small. It's really hard to manage inside the forge. So I take a bar that I leave very dirty, so that way it will not be 4 foot and 2. And I'm going to stack everything up on that, clamp it down, cut it in half. I've got 2 bars with 2 little baby billets, and then we'll combine those 2 into 1 bimble. Now, I know it may seem like a lot of work to salvage, but if you were to recreate this pattern, it's even more work to make it originally. Okay, so you can see how disgusting this is. Normally, if you want forge weld, things need to be clean, or at least clean enough that the plus should help. So let's say help enough, and
one side clean, one side fuck. These two together, they're not sticking. And for whatever reason they do, this is so thin, this can be ground off pretty easily. So now let's go ahead and just make a nice little stack. Try and find pieces that are relatively same size.
Let's see how much room we have. Yes, I love using my hose clamps. No, I don't care if you approve or not. The best reason I like it. In discussion. A lot of angry people that comment usually. Why don't you just weld it? Why don't you shut up? That's my life now. Just shut up. Alright, see if we can squeeze that last one in there. Yeah, there we go. Alright. They're not going to forge weld to the main billet because they're stainless steel. It's not going to forge weld in the open environment. And it's a lot simpler than fire up a damn welder. This one was stacked up a little bit differently, but it'll all still stick together.
As your cameraman, I appreciate recording you lighting up the forge this way rather than the normal way.
All the cinematic paint, I see. Yes, this is much faster. So now we wait for a ridiculously long period of time. The joy of YouTube is you guys get an 8-minute video that's usually a 2 or 3 day process. Right now, this is probably gonna take about 4 hours hold, but when it's supposed to steady. Consider how many. Every time people come for a class, it was like, this is a lot more boring than I thought it would be. Normally, you only have to plug one side to the belt group, but with all the different little angles and stuff on this one, I just want to make sure it's good coated. Get thirsty. Yeah. No, they seem like this is forge weld to part instead of wood. It is not. All I gotta do is lightly tap. All I gotta do is just take a cold chip, put it underneath that, give it a quick tap, it'll snap right on. So here's one. Good, bend down this back end a little bit more. As you can see, 2 solid bars. And now I'm just gonna make it thin. And that's the tank. So, yeah, get back to it tomorrow. Got about 50% reduction in thickness. But, yeah, pick that up in work. I was having that issue. I had to get the raindrop pattern from the new Kiris. Yeah, it does happen, but ultimately, you know, they're still gonna be able to see, I guess, you all, or I guess, I don't know who the hell I'm supposed to be talking to, but basically the people are still gonna see, you know, how we make stuff, you know, it's still same way that way, making the raindrop. The only difference between, making raindrop and this is just drilling a bunch of holes and then hammering it flat. But I don't know. I think it's still the process. Oh God, I'm so sick. It's not time of year. They do be bad. Cut the ends off. So, or it's too damn hot. But if you're going to have, while this, you can't see them, while it's solid, there's no lines in there. When you leave the ends on, you've either hot cut them or cut them with a bandsaw. If it's going to open up, that's where it's going to open up, right there on those lines, because it's not all 100%. There's always like little bits like this curling around each other. Be careful. If this does split open, it can split open there, and you never know, it might go all the way. So this just ensures everything stays together. Not really a long process of doing the hand sanding. Use the mixer to get most of it off, but I take it to 220 and 400 by hand just because they go so quick. I would hate to ruin something just because I wanted to get a little extra speed. My very 100% very safe method of acid etching. Well, she is out of the etch. We are full of tacos. This is done. And I'm just gonna have to soak in some oil, so come check it out. Yeah, good looking at the focus. You're gonna have to get some light. I got to pop my phone out. Maybe get a little light on it. There you go. Yeah. But the raindrop pattern, which, you know, like these, which is low layer. This is about 40 layers, and then you drill through it and hammer it flat, and you get, that's how you get the raindrop pattern. This is made from scraps of raindrop and straps, so straight pattern. Up here, you can tell where it was raindrop. You see little tiny faint baby raindrops, but I mean, the layers, this honestly makes it look kind of like bloom steel. It looks pretty good. I definitely like the organic waviness of it. It looks very, very historically authentic to tom mahogany or bloom steel. Okay, so yeah, that is my process for making kiridashis, and don't ever expect a video like this again this year. It's awkward. But I got jumped by my cameraman who read your comments, so I hope you enjoyed this, you know, less formal view combined with my natural awkwardness. Alright, I'm gonna go hide now. Bye.